Let me tell you something. I got a problem with these grown men that like these little girls. Now, we all know about Elvis Presley and what he did to that young girl. We all know about R. Kelly and what he did to them young girls. But did you know about Karl Malone? I'm talking about the mailman. What he did to that young 13-year-old girl at the age of 20. Karl Malone is formerly known as a legendary NBA player for the Utah Jazz, the mailman, but this time he delivered mail to the wrong person, a little girl. He had a thing for teens, just like R. Kelly, just like Elvis Presley. At the age of 20 years old, Karl Malone impregnated a 13-year-old girl. She had a little boy, and the parents found out about the pregnancy, but they ain't want to say nothing because they thought that Karl Malone career or be at jeopardy, and they thought he'd do right by the child if they had a little hush going on. They thought they probably were gonna get some hush money. Karl Malone denied the little boy and did not want to have nothing to do with the child or the girl. She 13 with her first child from a millionaire NBA player, the mailman. Even though he was worth millions of dollars, the family just requested $125 a week, $500 a month. At that time, Karl Malone was worth $3 million. But still, he declined that financial request, saying that $125 a week is just too much for him to pay. This man was worth millions. So fast forward 17 years later, Karl Malone was 37 years old. His son was 17 years old. Karl Malone first and last words to that little boy at 17 years old was, "It's too late for me to be a father to you. You gonna have to find a way to make it out here on your own." That little boy that he neglected grew up and became an NFL football player for 5 seasons. Karl Malone was just scrutinized and questioned on the stand about why he did what he did. And his response was this: "I'm not discussing any backlash. That's my personal life. I deal with that how I deal with everything else in my life. So whatever." That's just what he said. I ain't said that, he said that. Karl Malone is a sick individual. See, talent will take you places that character can't keep you. You could be worth millions of dollars and still be worthless, a worthless individual. You could be rich in the pockets, but poor in character. And see, just like Karl Malone said, he ain't gonna deal with that, but he gonna have to deal with the God I serve. And he gonna get karma, and karma ain't got no menu. You get served what you deserve. Karl Malone a nasty mother. I'm talking about a nasty. And look at karma. His son wound up to be successful without his father. See, y'all gotta understand something, man. Some of these people be rich and y'all be overlooking that bullshit that they doing because they got money or because they famous or because they got some kind of talent. Man, let me tell you something. Talent don't make you a good person. Talent don't make you have a good attitude. Talent don't make you have good intentions. Just because you talented, that don't mean nothing. And I'm gonna tell you something. You might get away with it for them people that's broke. You might get away with it that people that look over that shit trying to get some money from you, but you can't get over the person that's on the money. In God we trust. God gonna deal with you. And see, I'm gonna tell you something. Y'all parents out here, just like R. Kelly, they trying to throw him away for the rest of his life right now. Yeah, you gotta understand something. Y'all parents out here, y'all at fault too, because y'all be wanting that hush money. Y'all out here prostituting your own daughter for hush money because they done looked up and got with a goddamn rich man. Let me tell you something, man. Have some integrity. Karl Malone ain't had no empathy for his son. After he knew he messed up, after he knew he could have went to prison for the rest of his life, and you know you a black man in Utah, they gonna hang your black ass. He didn't give, he say, so whatever, I deal with that like I deal with everything else. I ain't got nothing. You gonna have to make it in the world on your own. Let me tell you something. If that was my daddy, boy, I'll wake up every day making sure he pay, making sure he see my name on TV when his old ass. That gonna be the same nigga he need when his ass get old and gray and can't even wipe his ass no more, need somebody to push him around the wheelchair. Boy, that shit made my blood boil, boy. Let me tell you something. $500 too much for a child. Boy, let me tell you something. Boy, you lucky she ain't get a $20,000 from your fuck ass. You better ask Nas about Kelly's. You better ask Kanye about that $250,000 back pay he paying. Boy, let me tell you something. Boy, you got off. And you could have did right by the family and came back and made right with your son and explained to him about your mistake, because you're sick-minded and you went and got help. But you ain't do that, man, because you ain't got no character. You ain't got no integrity. You don't stand for nothing. You might be worth millions. You might be the mailman. You might done play with John Stockton and the rest of them. You might done play against Michael Jordan. But let me tell you something, man. In my book, in my playbook, you ain't worth shit. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to my channel. YouTube.com/NinoBrown305, baby. We the business.